And that also helps the other to call Charles. Yes, that's her name. Freaking
Yeah.
Garfield out of all names.
Oh my god, why did you have to make me see that? I cannot unsee that. Just Garfield, what the... Hello everyone and welcome back to the Refresh Step, where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore Lu. And I'm with the hottest battler in the UK, and admin of the Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki. Ayumu, where are you?
Theo,
Yeah?
have you ever imagined
Mm-hmm.
that Band Dream almost created two murderers?
Oh no. No, I think I've been reading like the wrong manga for Bang Dream, so I do feel like there are uncomfortably a lot of criminal activity happening in Bang Dream, but murder is not the word that I would use to describe Bang Dream.
This character was literally one step away from killing someone. It was insane.
Jesus Christ. So
And then there's another character where like she figuratively already actually killed her sister.
I see.
That was crazy.
Mm-mm.
As I told Theo before the recording, I'm still digesting from the latest episode of Ave Mujika.
Oh no. So have you digested everything?
No.
Figures. So we will be digesting it as we go throughout the day. Going to be a really chill day today because Ayumu is going to leave me again next week. It's going to be our like every 2 weeks there will be episodes where we'll be like, we have just for 2 hours because we haven't met in 10 days, and then fuck, we just met 3 days ago. Fuck. But yeah, I mean like
yeah.
I mean
Especially since I'm going to America as well.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
so literally next month I only had two episodes that are actually here. Probably I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, good. Yeah, probably the blessing in disguise of the Japan trip not happening is that it's going to be less awkward to plan these things. Yeah.
My God, you know what's another awkward? Well, it's not really awkward, but like was it last night? Yes, it was last night. I had a 4.5 tutoring session with my student because his English exam was today. That was crazy.
4.5 hours. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, I think like there is that one time that where we can actually kind of like record because he was not feeling it or something, and then now he's paying the price.
What?
Yeah, I think like, there's that one time where your student cannot make it to the lesson, and then we were able to record because of that.
Oh, right, yeah. That did happen, didn't it? Yeah. But like this time, it's like he actually asked me if I want to go first, and then like he could continue to exercise himself. And then like I said, well, do you still need me? And then he said, well, yeah, obviously. And I said, then I'll stay around. Yeah, it's just because like obviously, I mean, I cannot deny that that's the factor of like the money in there. I mean, because like, obviously, if I spend more time with him, then I earn more. But like I also feel like unless I have like a legit reason, like tight schedule or like it's getting too late or anything like that. But I just feel like I wouldn't say wrong, but I would feel bad when like as the tutor you're the one who offers to end the lesson when the student himself is still trying to study hard, because I feel like when you do that you're also kind of diminishing his motivation. It feels like saying, like even like the tutor or the teacher doesn't care now, then why should you? That kind of thing.
True.
Yeah. So like even if he said I could go, it's like, you know what? No, it's fine. I'll stay around. We'll finish this past paper. and then we can sleep. And it's like, no, I'm not sleeping. I'm gonna play some games. Like, fucking sleep, bro.
Wait. I think he got his priority mixed up a little bit, but
No. It's like no. We ended at 10:30. I was like, yeah, take a shower, go to sleep. And then it's like, nah, I'm playing some games. It's like, bro, go to sleep.
I guess 10:30 is still fine. Maybe.
No, it's also because like I told so basically at the end I told him like, you don't just jump straight to gaming. You gotta give yourself some time to let your brain process like all the things that happened. Because like, or else like you wouldn't have actually studied anything, or maybe like less than you're supposed to know. So I told him, and I was like, have you had a shower yet? It's like no. Then just stand in the shower for 15 minutes or something like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you can play your games. Yeah, you can play your games, but before that, give yourself a bit of time to remember what kind of study you just did.
Yes, that kind of works because that's what I am forced to do right now. Because whenever I am done with my German course, for some reason, so the course ended at 8 p.m. Right? The building where I take the course is right in front of the Dortmund main station. So should be fine, right? Like it's only like 2 minutes walk maybe to the station and then another 2 minutes to your platform. The problem is the first train that goes back to Y City. It's like 2:05 or something. So I was never able to make it back on time. So I will need to stay until like 20:45 until I can go home. So yeah, I am kind of forced to kind of like just be at peace with myself, absorb what I just learned, which is nothing, but because my brain is really slow at processing information. I am old. I'm just kidding.
No, you are old.
Yeah, I guess yeah. But yeah, I mean like it's also the same when I am learning German because of course like German really values their time. So like when you are done with work, you are done with work. So most of the time, if you ask like any German person to work beyond what they have been contracted to, you are basically asking them to give their entire possessions instead of just can you stay for like 5 minutes? It's like no. Why are you asking for my dog? It's like wait. I well anyway, but yeah. So my teacher thankfully is a good sport, so she whenever we are still like talking in the middle of like discussing some topics, she will make sure that everyone is done talking because my course focuses more into how you communicate like verbally or like forming your own sentences and basically just conversing in German. But everything has to come from you basically. So she will basically just give you prompts and then we're going to talk about something that is familiar topics, and then just like explaining something that is familiar to you, something that is supposed to be dear to you in another language. Turns out it was not that easy. I sometimes forgot that I have learned English for more than half of my life right now. So being able to explain things in English is something that have come from a really long time of adjustments. And now, speaking of adjustments, like I don't know why, but like today I feel like I speak English really slowly. My goodness.
Yeah, like the more you try to learn the language, the more you realize like how complicated it can be, and also just like how much that you can actually look into it. I mean, even right now, I mean, as they say, like teaching is actually the best way to learn, and like I always agree with that. And like and even when I'm tutoring my student, I don't necessarily learn new things, but like, it kind of helps myself to kind of reinforce my ideas as well. And like, I found it really interesting. Like, I found it really, well, I'll say this way, I found it really fun when like you manage to kind of like, I suppose I can say enlighten someone, I guess. I was like, again, right now he's studying Romeo and Juliet. And then like, there was this like there's always these essay questions, where like it's like literature analysis. And then to explain how the British school system works is that with English essays, what they want to do is that they want to write like 3 paragraphs of analysis, and for each paragraph, your pattern kind of goes into like basically what we call the PEEL structure. So point, evidence, explanation, and link. So basically they ask you a question, typically something like how does Shakespeare present the love between Romeo and Juliet, like something like that. And then your point should be he present the love between Romeo and Juliet by, I don't know, showing that their love is everlasting, something like that.
Okay.
And then your evidence would be like usually choosing a quote from like the text. And then obviously you got the explanation, and then like the last part is linking, which is like the most ambiguous parts ever. Like, I do not understand how people teach that. Like, because I was taught like the same way as like how my student was being taught. Now, like, because like basically from my understanding, there are 2 ways to do the linking part. So you either link to your next paragraph, or you what they call it linking back to your statement. So basically making a mini conclusion. And then I asked my students, so I was taught like these 2 ways back in the days. Which one is your teacher telling you to do? And it was like, I think he's asking us to do both. It's like, oh my, what the fuck, man?
Oh no.
I literally said, like, both of us just swear in our session, so it doesn't really matter. Like, like I think he started swearing himself first, so I just went like, you know what, fuck it, we're doing this. Just to make it more casual, obviously, because like, I feel like a lot of times you don't want to be like, especially since I'm not a legit teacher. I'm just like basically someone trying to help him. So it's like, I do not like the idea or like being like too strict about anything. It's like way better when we like kind of study things with like a very casual tone, and I think it's also better, for him to like, get through the sessions and kind of get through the studies and everything like that. But anyway, and then so my student pick out this one quote. So like usually what we do is that like, I share a Google document, and then he just like start writing his answer on there. And then like, I read it while he's writing, and then I kind of point out what he can try to do better. And he picked out this quote. I still remember it very clearly because like it's basically the end of the play where Juliet was killing herself. So the quote is, "Oh, happy dagger, let me die." Exclamation mark. I have to point that out, and I'll tell you why later. And then and so like my student is like doing some explanations, and then like I mean, to be fair, he's already really smart. Like there's only like some little things that he has to get through before he can like get like the top marks or anything like that. I mean, I don't expect less from him, especially since he was also the one who proposed to try to find an English tutor, which then my little brother found me because my little brother was originally tutoring him in maths. So and then so he managed to pick out the function of the word happy, because like it's supposed to be what we call an oxymoron, because like, and also personification actually, because obviously why would you describe a dagger as being happy? The function of dagger is to kill people, so describing it as happy is an oxymoron, which means contradicting ideas. That's what the word means. And then obviously personification, because a dagger cannot be happy.
Yes.
Yeah. And then but then like he starts struggling. He don't know like what else he can talk about. And so like I told him, how about the phrase "let me die"? You know, it's a very imperative, you know, imperative tone. Basically, you know, it's a sometimes people may say it's a fancy word, but basically it just means like commanding. You know, like it feels like Juliet is commanding someone to do something. In this case, commanding the dagger to kill her. You know, and then I also point out, you know, you also have the exclamation mark. And then like he was like, what can I talk about the exclamation mark? And then I basically tried to explain to him, and like I realized that it's not something that he actually thought about. So like I'm glad I actually told him. But like basically, actually, have you done any literature analysis before? You probably did, haven't you?
Probably
Like maybe a long time ago.
maybe in Indonesian, yes.
Yes. So, but like, so okay. So here's one thing: when you're analyzing a text, well, let's not say a text. Just say like a media, like some kind of literature. You know, obviously you have to concern, what media is on. You know, analyzing a movie is different from analyzing a book. Obviously, you know, but actually, you know, obviously, when it comes to even just between texts, there are still differences. And there are a lot of times that I feel like people forget about some things. It's like kind of like the context of like where the literature is being used. So in this case, Romeo and Juliet is a play. So so most of the time the audience is listening, you know, the script. You know, they're not actually reading the script. And so then like you probably wonder what like then you would know that like punctuations are nothing to the audience, because obviously they don't know where the punctuations are being placed or like which one's being used. It's like when you're hearing Scar's monologue in The Lion King, you wouldn't know if it's monologue is one whole sentence or like there's like a lot of pauses in between as well. And so I told him, so you can consider, because you can consider the exclamation mark as being a function for the actress herself. You know, and then he got really confused, and so I had to tell him like the whole thing that I just told you. And then I basically told him, so basically the function of exclamation mark is to tell the actress that she has to shout at that moment. You know, it's not necessarily for the audience, but the punctuation is there for the actors and actresses, so that they know when to pause, when to breathe, when to make a bigger emotion, you know, that kind of thing. And then he legitimately sat there for 2 minutes before telling me, I'm still processing.
Damn. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and then like that was also perfect because like apparently in like the current school course, like they are required to write about context as well. So it's not just analyzing what we call the language in the text, but you also have to analyze kind of like the context of the text, you know, where it's from, why the author is writing it that way, you know, that kind of things. And then like, you know, I say like, you know, this is actually part of the context that you can use. You know, it's not necessarily a language device, you know, or like we call a structure device. You know, it's a context, you know, like because like the function of the exclamation mark here is not for the audience but for someone else. So, you know, technically it's not a literature device but more like a context for you to use. So, and then like, you know, at that moment, you know, I kind of also like help myself to kind of reinforce the idea, right? Yes, next time when I try to, you know, analyze something, or like making like a critical review on something, I have to also bear in mind of like the media or where they're from. You know, and that's really important. And like and I think it's also like really a bunch of coincidences, because like I mean I'm just like generally saying this, but like it's actually pretty helpful when like I started tutoring my student right at the time when Ave Mujica started airing, because as I mentioned before, Ave Mujica is an original anime, so like there won't be the cases where, oh yeah, I read the light novel and I read the manga, you know, I know this is going to happen. You guys suck. Like you anime only watchers, you don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, you don't get these kind of things, you know, because like, obviously when people want answers, they would just go to read the original sources, but they cannot do that with any original anime because there isn't a previous case, there isn't a previous source. So then so speculations will spawn from the discussion of the anime, and obviously within that people will start making analysis for it, and so I did the same thing. I mean most of the time only reading them because honestly the other people making way better observations than I did. I was like, bro, as I said, my goal ended almost more than a year ago, and even till today I can still see analysis from that. I'm still learning something from that. I was like, Jesus Christ, how much have they hide in this anime? And okay, let's say it isn't the anime going too deep. It's just people thinking too much. Basically, what I would call the blue curtain syndrome. You heard about this before? Yeah. So but even then, I would still find it really amazing in how people manage to find all these really subtle details, and then just try to make a point from it. And because I really enjoy reading all this, reading all this analysis, it kind of also helped me to realize what I enjoy from analyzing something. And that kind of helps me, to kind of how to teach my student, because I mean he did blatantly told me he just doesn't like English, and I mean it makes sense. I mean even for me, back in high school, I didn't actually like English, especially when you're being pressured by so much schoolwork. It's really hard for you to like a subject, and I understand that, so I don't blame him. So what I would really try to do is that I basically try to find ways to help him to maybe start liking the subject, start liking how to do analysis and something like that. I was also being very objective. I told him, these kind of skills, they're basically training your critical thinking, but it's just that the English subject is the best subject to train you kind of that way of things. And so that's why you had to do a literature analysis, because he did complain to me, why am I doing all these stuff, the typical student things. And I just kind of told him, these things are really important, and you might not appreciate it now, you will appreciate it later on. And I also try to get him to think about what he might like. I told him so you say this is one of your least favorite subjects, but do you even have anything in there that you like? And then he's like, I actually find it kind of fun, on the creative writing part. We do have creative writing exams even in high school, so they have that. And so I said, okay, yeah, so you can think about it this way then, I mean that's literally one of the functions as well. You analyze other people's text, you try to understand why they write it this way, what kind of language, what kind of techniques they're using, and then you can take that and use it for yourself. And you can make your creative writing better, and I try to kind of persuade him in these kinds of ways, and try to get him to understand that analysis is actually useful at least. You don't have to like them, but at least you need to understand that it's useful. And then I try to ask him as well, and this that was so tough for me, because I then asked him, because Romeo and Juliet has a very Christian background as well, and obviously history, because a very old text. So I asked him, well, do you like RE then? Religious education. And then he said, nope, not at all. And I was like, okay, sure. Do you like history then? And he's like, I do, but not the last 2,000 years. And then I was like, fucking hell. And it was so hard to convince him to actually try liking the text and everything like that. And then I also tried to explain to him what I like about Romeo and Juliet. Because I did complain even on this podcast a lot of times, that I just freaking hate the characters in there. Why the heck are children doing their things, And but it's only the characters that I don't like. And to be fair, the plot is also just so-so, but it's understandable. their time, 14th, 15th century, it's also a play. It's not just like a prose. Like, it's not just like a novel. So there are limitations in what Shakespeare could write. Because obviously you need to write something that's actable, by the actors, So sometimes you have to go for something that's a lot simpler. So like I understand if the plot line is like very simple, and partly it's also because we kind of got like spoiled by all kinds of entertainment, in our modern times, which is why we got a lot more like enjoyable contents, from like different kinds of fictions. So like I understand why I don't like Romeo and Juliet. So like I wouldn't say I hate it. It just kind of it just doesn't actually interest me, because of like what time I'm living in right now. But what I do enjoy is the historical context, and also the way of writing that Shakespeare did, because I truly do think that Shakespeare has like quite a unique way of writing. And I mean, you gotta understand, it's like one of the people who literally contributed to, a large chunk of vocabulary in the English language. So he was very creative. And what I find even more amazing, I can't remember I mentioned it in the podcast before, is with how Romeo and Juliet was set in Italy. Yeah, for the fact that Shakespeare has never been to Italy. Yeah, and like and like the most interesting part is like the kind of like the city, maybe not the city, but at least kind of like the places of references where Romeo and Juliet took place. It actually exists in Italy. I was talking to an Italian friend, and I said, oh yeah, the balcony, yeah, I'm kind of living near there right now, like that kind of, yeah. So like it actually, like the balcony in Romeo and Juliet actually exists. Yeah. So like, and I find this very amazing, and also like that kind of makes me admire Shakespeare quite a lot as well, because when you read Shakespeare writing, you wouldn't have thought that he's never been to those places. He was writing as if he understand everything, about that, kind of the places that he was writing about. With Romeo and Juliet, they kind of reinforce the idea that is set in Italy. Shakespeare also uses a lot of context from the Roman culture, including the Roman mythology. So a lot of his descriptions are referencing like the god and goddesses of like the Roman times. Like he will make like descriptions like when Helios rises from behind the mountains. That's basically saying when the sun is rising, because Helios is the god of sun in Rome. I think like things like that, and like that's also something that I'm really interested in, like how he could use kind of the local culture to kind of what's the word kind of enhance his stories, and these are all the things that I tell my students as well. It's like these are some things that you can look out for, that these can be something that you can enjoy as well. I mean, at the very least, these are what I enjoy. And currently, I mean, I haven't told this to him yet, but like currently what I'm hoping is that at the very least, kind of like, I suppose at this point I can call this my passion, but like I would say that I can only hope that my passion in like the English language would actually kind of like motivate him a little bit, to kind of help him to understand that there are actually people who truly enjoy like the analysis and like the English language in general, and perhaps you can also do the same, that kind of thing. Yeah, because like I didn't realize it myself, because I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I only chose English in university because I didn't know what else subjects to choose. But then 2 weeks ago, when I went down to Cardiff for the Bushido Championship, as I said, I met two new friends, and then I was speaking to them. Obviously, I was talking a little bit about my background, and I was basically saying the same things that I'm telling you right now, and then like they were like, wow, and then they were also literally amazed, like, wow, this is actually the first time I've heard someone so passionately talking about the English language. And then at that moment I realized, wait a second, maybe I do like the language, you know, and like I never thought about that myself, to be fair. But perhaps I should start accepting that as part of my identity. I just really love English.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yay.
I'm happy that you find your passion. Just like my passion is in spreading propaganda about Indonesia. I just kidding. We are already a tourist country. I don't think I need to tell people, yeah, come to our country. It's very good for you.
Yeah. Actually, like I kind of found like a slight motivation to actually start learning Japanese now. So like actually, like right before this recording, I stumbled across a YouTube video where like there's this channel which is making Japanese tutorial videos, as in like what's the word, Japanese lessons videos basically. And then what he's using, I'll just say out the title of like the video, which is called Perfect App for Learning Anime Vocab, Band Dream My Go 1, Upper Beginner Immersion. So, so I was like, shit, I might be interested in that.
Oh, yeah. My God. Which reminds me, I should have, I did have the idea back then to kind of like, yeah, make a video so that, basically like explaining basic Japanese so that if you go to Japan and you wanted to play in locals, you can kind of like communicate beyond like what you heard in anime. Because like,
oh my God. Oh yeah, go on.
yeah, because like there are some simple stuff like I think like some of my friends when they like play with Japanese people, because like yeah, I mean like there are chances where that happens, right? They will use like words that you don't usually use, like something like "oh my." You don't use "oh my" when you are addressing someone in Japanese, right? Like, oh, so I mean like that is like the low hanging fruit. Of course, there are lots of like stuff that are like, yeah, it kind of made sense when you say that in Indonesian, but like when you bring it to another language, it just didn't make as much sense. But yeah, we'll probably need to find some Japanese to kind of like help, I guess, because I mean like I do speak to a 5 years old level, so I think I can handle myself when I am in Japan, but teaching it to someone else, well, you know what? Fuck it till you make it. I understand what I am saying. So yeah, I'm going to make the video somewhere within this year, I guess.
I think the baseline, at least for me, is like, because obviously I also haven't learned Japanese grammar yet. But especially after the time in Utrecht facing the developer. So like I don't think I've talked about this, but actually in the beginning of the game, especially since at the beginning of the game, I was actually stating my actions in Japanese. You know, I did tell him beforehand, like if you want to, I can like actually play the game in Japanese, and then like it's just like okay, but like I think that was just supposed to be a polite okay. So like in the middle of the game, I realized he probably didn't need that, so I just switched back to English. But like from that, I realized that like okay, I could actually communicate during the games. And so like and I also know that the reason why I was able to learn that was because I was watching a lot of extreme games and extreme leagues. Yeah. So I think at the very like the baseline, as you said, low hanging fruit, is that learn your 50 sounds, which is incredibly easy. Like I cannot stress that enough. Like you literally just have to go through the 50 sounds every day for 1 week, and you can remember them. It's really not that hard. You know, I did that, and I, well, just like a part of a self this like what's
Self-deprecating.
the, yeah, as a self-deprecating joke, you gotta remember I'm one of the least intelligent people in my family, and I still managed to learn the 50 sounds in 1 week. So
Yeah.
you can also do that.
Yeah.
And then after that, like well, to be fair, I suppose like one thing that you also have to learn
Mm-mm.
is like obviously the terminology in Battle Spirits first.
Mm-mm.
You know, for example, and also maybe like the most basic structure
Mm-mm.
of like a sentence system, which is like what do you call it? Subject, object, verb. You know,
Mm-mm.
that's how Japanese is structured. I kind of talk about this in another episode before.
Mm-mm.
But you know, to put into perspective, English is SVO, subject, verb, object.
Mm-mm.
You know, you mention the subject first, then use the verb, and then you mention the object.
Mm-mm.
In Japanese, you mention the subject, then you mention the object, and then you mention the verb.
Mm-mm.
And but as long as you like manage to remember this system, and then you remember some of your vocabularies, then like even if it's broken in Japanese, especially in a game with like visual intentions as well,
Mm-mm.
you know, the other players will probably understand what you're trying to do,
Mm-mm.
you know. And so like that's kind of what I did during my game Utra as well. And I was literally just using I was literally just copying phrases from like the extreme game.
Mm-mm.
It's like basically what is like 6コスト4経験
Mm-mm.
2コストブラックランス召喚します。
Mm-mm.
レベル2に召喚します。
Mm-mm.
召喚時の効果2枚ドロー。 I
Mm-mm.
think you can understand why I said that, did you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
exactly. And to translate to the others, what I basically did was that I show my black lens from hand and I said
Mm-mm.
6 cost, 4 reduction. I pay 2, summon a level 2, summon a threat, draw 2.
Mm-mm.
That's actually what I said
Mm-mm.
in Japanese. And as I said, I never actually properly learned Japanese before.
Mm-mm.
Yet I was able to say that. You
Yeah.
know, so like yeah, so like really the baseline is I mean now that I mention it sounds like a lot, but like the baseline is learn your 50 sounds in 1 week.
Mm-mm.
Learn your terminology in Battle Spirits. You know, but like once you learn like the 50 sounds, then it's like all about memorizing. Cause like the good thing about Battle Spirits actually, which is like different from the other games,
Mm-mm.
is that even though they also use kanji, they give you the furigana. So
Mm.
basically, furigana means like, it's basically like how do you call it? Like, it's like the syllables to indicate you how to pronounce that word. You know, it's like it shows you the pronunciation of the kanji. You know, so with Battle Spirits, even though the wordings are complicated in terms of learning how to read,
Mm-mm.
it's actually probably one of the best games you can use.
Mm-mm.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, and so like you just have to remember, you know, for example, you just have to recognize the phrases, you know. Oh, this is spirit, spirito. You
Mm-mm.
know, this is groundwalker nexus, groundwalker nexus. You know, like something like that.
Mm-mm.
And then perhaps you can try to recognize some verb
Mm-mm.
because with battle spirits, with how battle spirits being very focused on wordings, you know, their wordings are really consistent. You know, unless they have a wording change, but you know that's another topic. But you know, generally their wordings are very consistent. So you know, if it's one summoned, you know, it will be short kanji.
Mm-mm.
You know, if it's about putting the course, they will say oku,
Mm-mm.
or if it's optional, okeru. You know, so like you know, there are like patterns of phrases and words that is like relatively easy to memorize.
Mm-mm.
So like you know, is you can like try to learn the game language. I'll say it this way: you can learn the game language pretty easily. I would say. I mean, obviously, I'm still a Chinese, so it's like obviously in terms of kanji, it was way easier for me. But even then, as I said, if you can, they already provide you the furigana as well. So if you learn your 50 sounds, you can also memorize them yourself. I would say.
Mm-mm.
And if anyone actually tries that, let me know later if it actually working out for you.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I guess like the one thing that was missing from Vanguard now is the furigana, because I think like my Japanese reading is kind of like accelerated because Vanguard has Japanese and English version. And I was friends with some of the sweaty, some of the sweat lords back then in Indonesia when we are still young and ambitious. So we basically just wanted to play the Japanese one because everything came out first, and then when the English come, theoretically we should be able to handle that, and then because of some subtle differences in releases, the meta is also kind of different, and then everything just went out of the window, or the same meta happened like more than 8 months ago, and then we already forgot everything, so we have to relearn everything from zero anyway. Jesus Christ. But yeah, now Vanguard have removed all the furigana, so I also cannot read a Vanguard text anymore, apart from the cards that apart from the kanji that I am already familiar with. But like, yeah, God damn it, I mean, like when they say it's a children's card game, usually it should have furigana so that children who haven't had that much kanji can basically still navigate throughout the game. So Vanguard is probably not going to target children anymore. Well, it's kind of obvious if you see from how they tone out the anime anyway. Yu-Gi-Oh! On the other hand, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has furigana, but it's that's small.
That's so small and also way too hard, I think. And like now that you mentioned it, I think it might also depends on what was it? The way you learn your language. Like as I said, as a low-hanging fruits. Like say you actually don't want to learn the pronunciation or anything like that. But like you're very good at recognizing patterns. You know, you're kind of like a visual learner or something like that. Then to be fair, I think Vanguard and Wise Wars, you know, basically the Bushiroad games, might actually be quite suitable for that. Wise Wars especially, I would say, because you know, with Wise Wars, they're literally doing the same thing in every deck.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. So like, it's not just the wording that are consistent. Practically, the effects themselves are also very consistent.
Yes.
You know, the cards can be having different names from different series, and they'll be doing the exactly same thing. So if you're just like a pattern learner, then like Wise Wars can actually be a good game to get into to learn Japanese. To be fair, that's kind of like partly how I'm playing Wise Wars right now. I mean, obviously, as I said, I can read the kanji, so I can actually understand what the text is saying. But I cannot pronounce the words because, as I said, they don't have the furigana. But I recognize the words because I'm Chinese.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, but it's like, how to say, but as I said, like, you know, I kind of playing Wise Wars sometimes also by recognizing kind of like the terms that they're using. And to be fair, that was also how I first actually playing Battle Spirits. You know, I kind of learned the patterns of words. But Wise Wars, for example, usually when the effect is optional, they end the sentence with yoi.
Oh yeah.
いや、このカードが手札から舞台に、what's the word? 置かれたとき、あなたはコストを支払ってよい。and you know that means optional. And then after that, obviously they had to have the when you do wording. You know, shostara. You know, it basically means that when you do pay the cost, then you do like all those things. You know, and so like yeah, like Wise War is just like pretty good game to like try to understand Japanese. I mean, I think a lot of my friends in the Wise Wars locals, they kind of start understanding Japanese because like they've been playing Wise Wars for a long time, you know, and like a lot of the time for them, they memorize the effects by recognizing the wording patterns from it. You know, they take a really close look at it and it's like, I think this is optional, you know, I think you know, this means like the battling opponents and not just any character on the field, you know, stuff like that. Thankfully for them, most of the time, if they actually don't understand something, I was just sitting beside them and they just like, oh, please translate this for me, you know, that kind of thing. It's like it actually happened so many times. It was so funny. Like all the times, like, oh my god, like like player one's like, I don't really know what this effect does, and then player two is like, let me have a look, and then like they were like scratching their head. You know what? I like let me go online and check, and then they turn their heads and realize I was sitting beside them doing my own games. Like wait, you do it for us. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty funny, yeah.
Mm-mm.
But actually, it's the same for Battle Spirits. It's just that for Battle Spirits, you have a lot more terminology to understand, to
Mm-mm.
remember as well. Like the keywords besides, just like wordings in general, in terms of like how effects with activate or resolve, actually, how effects will resolve, it based on the wordings they use. I'm also writing a comprehensive rules on wiki right now, so that part is already done. So if you guys are interested, go on and have a look.
Yeah.
But I basically, first of all, you got mandatory effects, which usually ends with suru.
Mm-mm.
It's like basically kind of the term to indicate that it's imperative. It's
Mm-mm.
like absolute
Yep.
kind of thing. And then you got optional, which is dekiru,
Mm-mm.
or keru. So like they're different because of the verb before them. So it's kind of, if you learn Spanish or Italian before, it's kind of like a similar case. Depending on which verb you're using, the endings can be different.
Mm-mm.
And it's the same for Japanese as well.
Mm-mm.
So optional is usually dekiru or keru.
Mm-mm.
And then you got like very what's the word? You got like effects that are like conditional and also optional, like することで, which is
Mm-mm.
like uh uh
By doing
uh
something.
yeah, it's like in Japanese, yeah, they usually structure as like A することで
Mm-mm.
B する. So
Mm-mm.
in English we translate as by doing A do B, and like
Mm-mm.
these are when you have to fulfill both A and B for the whole effect to actually resolve, or else you cannot do that, that kind of things. And then another one which was pretty interesting to try to look for is nakereba,
Mm-mm.
which is in English we can't translate to unless.
Mm-mm.
So that usually applies to adding cost to actions. For
Mm-mm.
example, unless the opponent pays 2 costs, they cannot activate their burst. Stuff like that. This is when you will see nakereba.
Mm-mm.
Like things like that. And I don't know, like I suppose like it's kind of like a combination of like how I like the game and also like learning languages in general. But like kind of learning all that, trying to translate them into like the comprehensive rules actually makes me like the game a lot more than before as well. And I gotta say I really appreciate the previous wiki admin, because I was being very annoying.
Yep.
And then he kind of like he kind of took a bit of his time to like try to get me to understand these kind of things a little bit at least. I mean, to be fair, I think it's partly because he just want to stop me from being very annoying. Like either way, I appreciate that.
Yep. Which
Yeah, because
works to his favor.
yeah, basically, which ultimately was to his favor. Maybe his ultimate goal was actually to what's the word, nurture another admin just so he could leave, and which it actually did.
Aw.
Yeah, no, I said it all this time before. Like literally, one day I go onto wiki. Why do I have these extra buttons? I'm an admin now.
Oh.
and then he just disappeared. Like not literally. Like I know where to contact him, but like. But like he literally just disappeared from the community in silence. Which was pretty funny, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So that was that story.
Yep.
So
What?
I tried to nurture the next admin. It didn't work out, and then someone just took up my sleeve, and then suddenly, we have a new admin now in Indonesia. I'm so proud of my voice. They stood up when the time comes. Fuck, how to express that? I feel like I chose the wrong words, but anyway, the intention is there.
Anyway, so last week, I think it's last week, yeah. The Persona series is finally out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you thought
Yeah.
about reading anything?
Not yet, actually.
Not yet, actually.
I
Yeah,
I
same
kind of
to be fair.
I kind of want them, so I don't want to read them because just like Vanguard, if I read them, I would want them. So yeah, that's the
Bro, I gotta say though, like the arts are actually amazing. Like Bandai almost never fails to actually get people into the collaboration series, which is like very ironic because like they do collaboration series just so other people can get into Battle Spirits, but usually it's the other way around.
New.
Yeah, and now I actually really want to get into the Persona series now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like reading like all the cards and everything like that, and then like looking at the art as well. Like, have you seen like the protagonist art? Like, I'm trying to remember which one is that. I think no, it's not. It's not the Groundwalker. Is it the Contrast Spirit then? Let me quickly search it up. SD70 CX01. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh my god! Like I'll send it to you so you can put it up as well. Like this art. Like I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
I just have a very fond feeling of characters pointing the gun at themselves. This sounds very wrong, but it gives me the tingling.
It tingles.
It give me the tingles. I don't know. I think it's because like because like obviously that's a reason why people always well I say people, I say authors, let's say it that way. Like creators, always do this kind of pose, because like, obviously this is not the first time you see this kind of pose. Where do I actually see it before as well? Summertime rendering. Oh, that was a good anime. But yeah, and like I think one reason why people are attracted to this particular post is that like it gives this like it. I mean, all of these are like inferences and like suggestive feelings, but like it feels like when you do that to yourself, it means like you're determined, right? Like I mean, let's not care what you're determined for, but at the very least, you can feel like there's like a determination in there, and I think like that's what attract like the fans, the viewers, the readers, whatever, and like obviously it's not the same when like the person is actually trying to well off himself, but like in this kind of cases it's more like it's like it's more like for like a battle scene, usually with magic involved or like some kinds of like supernatural phenomenon, but like you can kind of like see the determination in them, perhaps it's to rewind time, like that kind of stuff. There's a lot of reason why the characters might point a gun to themselves. It depends on the writing, really. But like I can imagine, it's like in this case it's like kind of some way to trigger some kind of abilities, especially since reading the cards, apparently his main persona is the Death Arcana. So like maybe one way to trigger that is like he literally has to off himself. Like I don't know, like he has maybe he has to experience death to actually like kind of summon the Death Arcana, that kind of thing. That's why I thought anyway. If I accidentally actually spoil anything, it's not my fault. I'm just speculating. It's just like pure coincidence if I managed to get it right. But
Okay.
yeah.
So,
No, I'm
yeah.
I'm serious. I haven't read the flavor
No.
text. I was only like look at the images and everything like that.
Don't worry, you're
And
wrong. Just kidding.
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say entirely wrong, but I guess like even if you wanted to know like what happened, it is something that happens in the first 30 minutes anyway. So I guess it's technically it's not going to spoil you that much.
I mean, to be fair, just reading the cards, or I mean, let's be honest, already spoil us quite a lot of stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean when like the card art's amazing. Like I think like an artwork is considered good or even masterpiece when they manage to portray the exact meaning from what they're trying to do. And I think one of the best examples, I mean, again, this is pretty obvious enough. Like, so if you play the game, unfortunately, you're not gonna avoid this. So,
Mm-mm.
but like, what I'm thinking about is the third X rare from CB33,
Mm-mm.
Blaze of Life, Eoli Junpei, and how do you even pronounce that? Trismegistus.
Trismegistus,
Yeah, freaking hell,
Mm-mm.
that name's freaking Greeks, man. Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, when you look at this image, I think, I mean, obviously, there's also like the cultural context, but
Mm-mm.
like, you can like clearly feel that like, basically, someone has died,
Mm-mm.
and like this kind of like pose is like, kind of, are you looking for me from above? Like
Mm-mm.
that kind of feeling,
Mm.
and like, and I feel that like when they can portray, kind of this exact emotion, this exact context
Mm-mm.
from just like a single card, then they're doing the artwork right, I
Mm-mm.
think. Yeah, and it's like that's why like I really like I think I really like appreciate like kind of like some of the like the persona artworks
Mm-mm.
in the game, and like it actually makes me really interested, in the series now. I might just go on YouTube and watch some playthrough, because like
Mm-mm.
if I'm only interested in the series and not the gameplay, then I think it's a bit of a waste of money to actually
Yeah.
buy it myself, really, and I don't have the time anyway.
But it's currently discounted heavily on Nintendo eShop. I don't know if it's in the UK eShop, but we'll
Wait,
see.
it's on Switch?
Yeah, it's on Switch.
Oh,
So here's the catch, though. There is a Persona 3 has been remade a total of 4 times now.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about Persona 3 Reload. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
thinking about the other versions.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Reload is basically the one where they remade the art and
Yeah.
then the UI and everything. So I guess if you never played RPG, probably Reload will be way better, because of course they made adjustments to the modern audience. If you just wanted to know the story, well, of course they might have some new contents, but I'm not sure. I haven't touched Reload because I haven't even finished the original one, because the one that I played is actually the first remake, which is Persona 3 FES. That one, the difference is they have a separate chapter in the end. So after you clear the game, you get into the FES story, which features, I guess, that is the second contact spirit. Yeah. So that's they actually told you in the packaging, so I don't know if that counts as a spoiler.
Nah, I mean, even if it counts as a spoiler, we're literally playing the game. I know who's the antagonist. I know Elizabeth is the secret boss. Let's be honest. Freaking hell, man! Like, oh my god! Like, I still remember this one time when like I started Gundam 00 because of Battle Spirits, and then like at one point I then realized, because obviously I remember the cards, so like, oh shit, this cat is going to die. Like, it was who was it? Lock on.
Yeah, Lock On. Yeah.
Because because I remember this feeling when I was like translating the cards, and like, why does Lock on have a different name? and then like, and then when I was watching the series, I was like, and I don't think he has even appeared yet. But I was like, shit, this guy has a twin and he's going to die. It's like,
God damn, you invert that. That's crazy.
But like, I mean that I think that's one amazing thing when like you actually like, okay, like I wouldn't say like I wouldn't like portray like I'm a very sophisticated person or something like that. I wouldn't say I read a lot of books, but let's just say I enjoy a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But like, when you actually read a lot of stories, and when you actually go in depth and like analyzing them, and then try to understand everything about it, not just like the story itself, but like also like how they portray the stories. Like kind of like this basically what you usually call tropes. Like a lot of the tropes that they're using, like how they're using them, and like when you start looking into all of those stuff, and then you start like recognizing the patterns, then like, to be fair, like a lot of the times you're just spoiling yourself because of your own experiences. Like there are just like too many series, too many stories that are like just too typical about their tropes. That like they haven't even got into the main thing yet, but like you just get like a little taster, from like the first 2 episodes of it. Like, I was like, right, I know where this is going. And then 90% of the time I'm like correct. So like so, and like like I don't know, it feels like it's kind of like what's the word, can't what's the detrimental, yeah, it's not it's not detrimental, but it's like one of the disadvantage, of being like constantly analyzing stories, that like a lot of times you just manage to recognize something really quickly, like more than anyone else, and like faster than anyone else, and then you're just like, well, I don't need to keep watching now because I know what's going to happen. It's especially hard for me, I think, because very few times I actually watch for the feels. Like I think for me, I still very much focus more on kind of like the kind of the hard hitting feelings, like the plot twist, the resolution that actually happens to be more, like the second final boss behind the final boss, like that kind of thing. Like I'm still very much into those kinds of techniques, tropes, and like very rarely do I actually enjoy the feeling. I mean, recently I'm starting to appreciate a lot more, but like if you like ask me, like for example, in the anime world, you have like this genre called Iyashike, like your most favorite Yuru camp.
Yeah, it's the best anime ever.
Yeah, like I literally cannot enjoy them because like they don't have like the heart-driven story plot that kind of keeps me going. And actually talking about Camp, I was like discussing with a YouTuber another day because like he was actually making a video on Yashike, and I make a comment. It's like, you know what, I just cannot manage to enjoy Camp, and then like and I mentioned like how I actually do hiking and camping, and then like he told me like that might be why, because like you have the actual experience, so it kind of ruins your expectation, imagination, when it comes to watching something that kind of does the same thing. Like so I think it would be the same if like someone, I don't know, like make an anime about writing or something like that. I might be watching it and I just find out that I'm just interested in it completely because what they're fucking doing is just like unreal. It's not something that I actually do. Do you know what this writing feels like? You stare at the blank page for 2 hours. It's like, you don't get a sister cooking for you.
You know what? How I can relate to that statement, Ayumu. Whenever there's someone who can program, they say they can program in high school. Fuck them. It's a I mean, like, to be fair, my growth as a programmer is I'm kind of a late bloomer. Basically, I thought I can do it, and then I went into the workforce, and then I realized I have to learn everything from zero, basically. And then I basically like develop all the skills that I know today as a programmer from my first job. But whenever I see a character whose thing in an anime is programming, I was like, what the fuck are you filming about? Like, the things that they say irritates me to no end. I don't know why. I can't point out which one because it has been a while. Now I do when I watch mostly just Yashike and office drama and isekai stuff. So thankfully I don't really get into programming any that much. I don't run into programmers as much anymore, but yeah. Back then, especially like since if the setting is like, the cute girls doing cute things, it's like all the other girls like doing other cute things, and then like this one girl is like yeah, I'm a programmer, so I think like this. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you think like that because you're a programmer?
Yeah, no, I understand it so much. Like, it's literally the feeling when I'm watching Band Dream. Like, because like but I think with Band Dream, like a lot more people can relate. It's like, or more like criticize. Let's say it this way.
Yep.
Because like, obviously you got these girls like, let's make a band, and then like in 1 week they managed to compose their own music. You know, they managed to sing along. You know, they managed to go into life and something like that. It's like, no, this is not how it works.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like Band Dream is still like. You know, I'll give them like the benefit of doubt, because you can still kind of like regard them as like I don't know how to say, like prodigies, I suppose. You know, because I think like the things that they're doing is kind of like definitely durable, but like you need like a very high level skills, and you can only do that if you're like a prodigy. But like it's not undoable. Like if you put your mind to it, it's actually pretty doable, I suppose. But Love Live is a different thing.
Yes.
like you know, the things that they do is just like what?
It's like, what do you mean you can do everything because you're still in high school? I guess it kind of made sense. But yeah, you have all the time in the world. That's your only asset. If
no, I think it's the complete opposite. It's actually because you're a student, you shouldn't have all the time in the world. It's like I think the only moments when you have all the time in the world is when you have money and you're unemployed, like me right now. But like, but you know, when you're a student, you know, you gotta go to school. That really takes out like 8 hours your day, and then you know you still have to do your homework, you do your exams and everything like that. What do you mean, like especially that person, like that one member who also makes the dresses for the others? What do you mean you have time to make dresses for 9 people while practicing for the song and doing your schoolwork? That's not how it works, bro.
To be fair, it kind of made sense in the original Love Life because Kotori is the daughter of the school chairman. So like, yeah, she has the body, I guess.
You know, I mean, to be fair, like if you're saying that, oh no, you actually make the design and then pay someone else to do it, that still makes sense. But no, because they have scenes where they're actually stitching the dresses. So you know, it's like, what? This is unreal, bro. This is a fantasy world.
Oh yeah, exactly.
like these people are all superhumans, man.
Oh yeah, that's why they're in the same universe as Gundam. They are new types, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know why they can do that? Because it's like a post time skip of Gundam, like maybe 4,000 years in the future, where the Earth is finally peaceful again, and we gave up space exploration. That's why the Love Life girls were able to do like something that only the super pilots in Gundam could do. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but we know Gundam is supposed to be science fiction, so
yeah, that's why.
About that.
That's why Love Life is science fiction. You know what? You know why Kira Yamato is so broken in Battle Spirits? He's a Lego brick baby. So basically, in the universe of Gundam Seed, like the conflict is between natural people, so basically us, versus coordinators, which are people who are genetically modified before they were born. So basically,
I was Seed. Yeah.
So
Yamato. Which one is Yamato again?
Kira Yamato.
Kira Yamato, right? Oh,
the
Jesus Yamato.
Jesus Yamato, yes, correct. Oh my god, that reminds me.
It took me a moment to remember because honestly, I mean, Seed season 1 was like all right. Like the Seed was like the definition of like what I would call like a battle slope. But basically they only managed to grasp you into the series because they managed to have like a very immediate tension, you know, every episode. You know, like somehow every episode they happens to have a fight and then they have to fight it out. You know, like that kind of thing. Like that kind of what got me going, because honestly, the story is fucking boring. And or like more like maybe not really boring, but like the fact that they stretch it out into 50 episodes wasn't what made it boring. think the whole thing, like, I'll give you at most 25 episodes. It didn't have to be 50, you know. And it was even worse when I tried watching Seed Destiny, and I just realized just doing the whole thing again, just with different people. So I was like, you know what, fuck this shit. You know, I do not like this. like okay, yeah, like Freedom Gundam is looking really cool, but you know what, the story, man, is so bad. So, yeah.
Can understand that, and I still don't know why to this day. I was like, one night I was like binging the whole Gundam Seed Destiny remaster. Like,
what the hell?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my
Why
life?
Are you a masochist?
Well, probably not in one night, but like, yeah, for like several, like that week, I was like, I went to bed, and then I went to bed like watching Gundam Seed Destiny. That was a low point in my life, I guess. My God.
The hell, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know myself. What is life? What is destiny? And have you heard like the rumor and why they suddenly changed the protagonist back to Kira?
Change the what?
So basically, like the protagonist of Gundam Seed Destiny is supposed to be Shin Asuka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
because no one likes Shin Asuka, right?
No. I think like the rumor is basically the actor for Shin got into trouble with the director, so that's why they changed the protagonist back to Kira, so he will get less screen time.
What? That's so dumb. What?
I know, right? When I first heard that's like, what the fuck?
That's fucked up, bro.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, we give you destiny. Also, you're not a protagonist anymore. Shoo.
I don't know what to say.
Exactly. But yeah. Like, that actually broke my train of thoughts. I don't know what to think anymore. Well, you know what they say when you don't know what to think of anymore, just go back to the Divas, because why not? Because like Persona has been released like last week. We'll be having the full list probably by the end of this week when you listen to this. It's not a week where we record.
What do you mean? Persona list is out already.
No, the Diva.
Oh, the Diva.
Yeah, right. All right. I haven't shared my screen because I never shared my screen. Oh yeah, and then you say it about when you say Jesus Yamato, I remembered like I rode the train today back from my workplace for some reason, and then the day is one of the carnival day in Germany. So carnival is kind of like, yeah, it's a carnival. And then
you don't have to explain to me what's a carnival. Yes.
Yes, because it's the occasion is Easter, but like it's just a carnival.
Okay.
Basically, before we start to mourn and start to stop eating meat, first we have fun and drink beer and so on. That's basically the premise. So yeah, basically I met Jesus. That's all that I wanted to say.
You drank so much beer that you met Jesus. Okay.
That's the fun part. I haven't consumed a single drop of alcohol. I rode a train and I saw Jesus holding a beer. Yep. That was a surreal thing to be getting into the train for. It's like, what the fuck what is happening today? and then I sent that to my manager, right? Like my manager is not a Christian, but anyway, his family kinda is. So I just sent to him like, yeah, I saw Jesus on the train, and then like just send me back like a WhatsApp sticker that says that has Jesus and who just said yeah, I saw that. Wait, I'll send it there. I can't show it on screen because I'm too lazy to cut everything down, but yeah. Like I saw that. It's like, oh.
Ah. Ah. Oh my god. Yeah, I love that meme so much.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kat, about what I'm going to commit, but yeah, I know you saw that. So first of all, we have an exact copy of Please a Liker, pretty much.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember who she was, and then like I read the facts like, yeah, I kind of remember that guy.
Yeah. It's that guy who got revived in the Demon Lord SD.
Oh shit! Yeah, he got a revival. I even forgot about that.
Yeah, I know, right?
it was one of the most meta cards, and then it just like faded out of existence.
Yeah. What happened? It got power crap, of course, but like, yeah, what happened?
What was SD65? I can't remember his name. Blizzard
Liger.
Blizzard Liger.
Yeah.
I remember it's Blizzard Tiger. That's why I couldn't find it.
Yeah. I think like I'm only familiar with that convention of naming just because of Zoids.
Zoids?
Zoids, yeah. You know that series with it's basically Gundam but with animal robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Gundam set, but if everything is Baku.
Oh, why is it discarding your own card though? Oh, that feels bad.
I know, right? Absolutes, how do you even... Of course, that's what am I even asking? It's like, how do you... Oh yeah, fuck. The one card that I don't have. But yeah, other than that, it's mostly exactly like Blizzard Liker, I guess. Retaining one opposing level 1 or 2 spirit when your life is 3 or lower.
Like I don't know why he's there to put that restriction. Like you already put the restriction on being life is 3 or lower. Just return anything to the deck top. It's not that hard.
Exactly. It's like the other diva stuff that can retain stuff is probably Hime.
Actually, no. I guess it kind of makes sense because main stage exists. So you can just so you can just recover in between the two copies, and basically prevent your opponent from ever touching your life. I guess they have to make it something so the opponent can actually get past the burst effect. Yeah. Okay. It kind of makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll give them that. Fine.
Just this once.
Just this one. I can hear the image.
Yeah.
Jusunen.
Jusunen. I got the part. Yeah, I really like how they added those dots that doesn't really mean that. I think like it kind of works like ellipses in English.
Pronunciate and the punctuations.
Exactly.
The meaning of punctuations.
Exactly. Just we finally come to full circle what you have explained like half an hour ago.
Yeah. But like this effect's so good, actually. Yeah, add one counter and draw one. A little bit biased once per turn, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah.
It has a draw one as well, so I guess that's why they kind of limited that. Otherwise, like
no, I think they could have put it the counters once per turn, and then the draw one isn't. You know, so they can literally just switch it every round, like draw one, then once per turn, add one counter. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Now that you mention it's actually the once per turn is only the counter plus, right?
No, in this case, the once per turn is the counter and the draw, which is why I'm saying they should have switched the other way around. Yeah, so they should have put the draw first and then say once per turn and one counter.
Yeah, I can't read. Turns out I cannot process punctuations. Punctuations.
This isn't just punctuations. This is literally just Bandai language, really. You know, if the condition is at the front, then the whole effect is conditional. Like, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the over counter effect's a little bit weak though, but like I know what they're doing, but still,
Yeah.
it's it's a little bit meaningless. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's basically to increase your level for the extra, right? For the max star.
Cause also you cannot actually spam this card. You know, cause like it's 4 minus 2. You know, when you get the finisher out, you want to spam the board. You're kind of still forced to use like the shortcut and because they're 3 minus 2. Was it 3 minus 3? I can't remember, but it's cost 3 and at least 2 reductions. So you know, so like you're kind of still forced to use them instead of like just spamming this card. Yeah.
True.
Oh well.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I think like either one of the Shoko or the An actually like has the ability to summon like the other two. I guess that's how they want you to like get this card out.
Maybe, yeah. I actually can't remember. I try building the deck, but like I can't be asked right now because obviously they've got the new class coming. Yeah, because I was gathering like my list, as I said, so that I know what to get for Enox with Crest.
Yep.
Yeah, and then oh man, I wonder what kind of colors I'm playing.
Oh my god! It's actually not purple for once. Is it the color where you mix the red and green together, and you make the blank paint? You mix the red paint and then the green paint. With that, yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like it's always arguable, right? Because there's a system that use RGB and then RG blank.
Oh, all right. Actually cannot remember how color mixing works. Wait, red and green mix into yellow?
I guess so. Red and green mix into what color? Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
How to make yellow in RGB?
Oh no way! It is red and green. You're right.
It's red and green.
No. Actually no. Yeah, brown just like a darker color of yellow. Pff, fucking hell, man.
I guess yeah.
No, you not you guess. It is.
Yeah. Google was gaslighting me. Fuck Google, man.
Yeah, I mean they were technically right, but you know it's like color spectrum and everything like that.
It's the worst kind of right.
It's been a while since I last draw, so I'm starting to forget those things.
Fair
I mean, I still remember what red and blue mixed into is purple because I like the color. But yeah. Yeah, let's see how many yellow decks I have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 yellow decks.
Fuck, man, I don't even dare to count. I looked at my left and I already saw 4. 5 actually. Fuck. I have problems.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about selling my Isis deck because I don't feel like using her now.
But anyway, where was my little notes? But yeah, we finally are back to Dragon shooting with Licia out again. Did you miss Dragon Shot? The ability that pierces everything, even Grand Walker by rule.
Yeah, and this one's actually pretty. This one's actually pretty decent because this one isn't once per turn. At least you can manage to get rid of a minus 14k if you really need to. So like, I actually think this one's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I just realized it only during your turn.
Well, yeah. Or else it might be too good. I don't know.
I don't know. And like it's -7, so give us that one defense, please. I don't know. But I mean, like we already have Sackler, so it's basically you still have Sackler for the opposing turn. This will probably actually take Gayatri Fox's lot actually.
Lama.
Yeah. Because like for course we already have Monochrome Fantasia Sandy. So basically she is a little bit faster at drawing compared to the 10 party Sandy, I guess. And again, you can minus 14 to 1, or you can minus 7 to 2, and you draw 2. Which is really nice. And then you attack, you get another counter. When you reach 6, then you can draw, what you can do again? Oh wait,
Bruh.
we minus to Koka top, we minus to Hakai Koka. Oh, yeah. So even the minus cannot be prevented.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just need to wait until they give us a break that minus 10,000. We need to wait. No. We need to wait until Angelic Feather is added to the Diva format, please. Like someone made a fan art of Ryoba like holding the Angelic Feather. I just hope that becomes a reality someday.
I don't care about the Diva format. I try to bring him into the main set.
Yeah, I wanted to play with other. I want to see only cute girls, no boys allowed, no dragons allowed.
Bruh.
Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, I mean like, yeah, it's just to play with alternative format once in a while. Right? Just have fun and giggles. Yay! And then we have Akogare Choshinsei, the superstar of
This one's actually really good. And then and then she just like completely replaced I think it was the Halloween vampire Diana Fleur.
No, I don't want to take out the Diana though. If I make a Fleur deck.
No, I mean that specific card, the Halloween one.
Yeah.
Because it's also more expensive as well, 3-2. And then I think you can only add one drawing. Actually, no, it was still summoning Fleur, wasn't it? Yeah. But this one includes Speech Draconi as well.
Yeah.
And includes Aphant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We don't.
What?
No, because like so far we only have one Advent Spirit with Fleur, right? The number one idol, Noah.
The number one center, yeah.
Yeah, number one center.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Probably it's going to get revive.
Are we getting more?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Roseberry also only got one, and then they also included that.
True.
Yeah. But what was I going to say? I like the flash effect. Like that one's really good, especially like with the ability to get rid of Nessus as well. Like that part is just really good.
Yeah, it is a little bit demanding since you need both Noah and Diana. But then again,
I mean, most of the time you probably don't have it anyway.
Exactly.
Oh wait, yeah, there's also winter attire Noah Fluid. That's in Athens.
All right, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I forgot about that one as well, bro. But yeah,
that's actually something. Because like, what can Diva do with 3 hands?
But like and I mean being a magic card actually also works well for Diana as well.
Oh yeah, because you can summon the academy uniform one.
I mean, not just that, but like Diana in general relies on magic cards.
Oh yeah, she's a Twilight god.
Yeah. So like it means like you now can replace another spirit card into magic card and still preserve the draw engine. So like in a lot of ways, like this card is actually really good, I think. Yeah.
Too bad that's not going to be foil. Kinda wanted to see this shining.
That'd be so cool, yeah.
I know, right? And what do we have next? We have the Sword Thane finally making her comeback. The 10 Diva, Avril. She can double brave.
I love the flavor text. Like someone needs to Photoshop her onto the Daniel Radcliffe meme or something like that. These are better than magic or something like that. Because like the flavor text is basically saying, "Oh, young divas, use more braves. Braves are good." That's literally the flavor text.
Oh my god, we really need to do that. Just give them Toilet Fantasia and Angelic Feather.
You know what's even better is like I was actually imagining her
Mm-mm.
voice as like a Nero
Mm-mm.
from Fate.
Oh, I got it. That works.
Yeah, because even like her attire right now, and even like her
Mm-mm.
appearance in general, she just looks like Nero.
Mm-mm. Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
this looks very familiar. Oh,
Uh-uh.
it's Nero.
But she's too small to be there. No, just kidding.
Bruh.
But yeah.
I mean, even her weight of speech is actually quite similar.
Mm-mm.
So what is it? Waki diva tachiyo.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Motto brave wa zakun da zo.
Mm-mm.
Brave wa yoi mono da.
Mm-mm. Oh my god, that's exactly Nero.
Yeah, that's not. She needs to add an umu in there. Umu.
Who knows? Maybe if we dug out all her versions, probably in one of them she says umu.
Maybe I don't know.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, it's just like I think I don't know. Like Afriel is like because like so far she got like 3 versions that like has like the Trader Cost 2 thing.
Mm-mm.
But like the thing is like when do you actually see them being used?
Exactly.
So it's like I don't know. This is like another weird card.
Mm-mm.
It's like I suppose you need a list there, but like I don't know.
It's more like if you
Might
want it, it's there.
Yeah, like I suppose you can use in Ryoba, but I don't
Mm.
really think Ryoba needs it to be fair.
Yeah. I think like even with the original of Real, it kind of works because through Aiden will summon another Swordmaster, right? So basically, you use Afriel, you play Truth Eden, and then you summon another Swordmaster, and then you do more stuff.
Well, yeah, that. But like,
Uh-uh.
I mean, I suppose we want to keep the divas for like core charge and everything else.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I actually now that I realize it, I suppose the good thing is like this one actually can get rid of ultimates. I just realized that.
Oh. Now that you mention it, yeah.
And she's just a common card, so this is really good. Now
Mm.
that I see it.
Yeah.
Maybe some diva utility decks. I don't know, to be
Mm-mm.
fair. But yeah, now that I see that, maybe she has some uses. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Actually, I don't know. Now that I think about it, why did no one actually try to make a diva control deck? I suppose that's just still like really bad.
Mm-mm. Well, I guess if you, I mean, like, the Winter Attire Flame Sandry actually got banned in the Diva Producer Cup. I couldn't remember whether she got limited again or.
Oh right,
yeah.
the winter. I think she just got banned in
Yeah.
the producer cup. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you can start, I mean, like it does need takes more time because like most of the Diva producers, the Grand Walkers are like cost 3 and with one reduction, so it can take a lot of time to kind of set up everything. But like once you set up everything, then you just take out the Flame Sandria and then like I bet like you have 4 hands now. Then what? Then what do you do when they are all out? And then you will be playing against Hades and then it stop mattering. So like fuck this shit.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like the Sandria control works in producer cup is because like there's like I think like literally nothing that can get rid of Groundwalker Nessus. So that's why you got the time to build up. But in like the main set meta, this is bombing Groundwalker Nessus. That is bombing Groundwalker Nessus. Like this was negating all the effects and anything like that. Like you can't even try to set up.
Exactly. And then because your core is limited, the one Mark 6 can actually buy your opponent 1 turn to kill you. So it's like, oh.
Oh yeah, true that as well. Yeah.
And then
exactly.
if your opponent literally only needs 1 turn, there's Pharom as well. So it's like, oh. So I can't draw next turn. Yeah, that's cute.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank goodness Shin Kronos got banned.
Yeah, but Kronos getting new support.
Exactly. Finally. Hopefully it didn't disappear because like Yeah, I still need ISIS. Please come back to me. Don't know what can we do to improve ISIS though. I mean, like being a contractor invoker is already like giving you like the proper quote unquote proper reduction. That's already quite good enough. And then like I mean, like the deck itself, the engine still kind of works. It's kind of slow, but like, and then now it's kind of like way too reliant to burst, I guess. Like if it can, so it will probably bring us to like a different playstyle. Probably something more like that cost 3 Tsukuyomi card. So basically, you quote unquote pay to do stuff from your life. So basically, you reduce your own life and then you increase it again. Because you always do that.
Yeah, that would be interesting, but I don't know. I think I have too many yellow decks to actually care about that now.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I was like, I went to the toilet and then sometimes I have like the stupidest idea. Like, I think like one of the things that they can do is, because like the lore wise, like all divine spirit come from Isis. You know what other gods relates to creation? Brahma. What does Brahma do? He creates tokens. So what can Isis do? Create tokens. Because why not?
Oh god.
Yeah.
No, we don't need more tokens there.
But this token is ultimate, Ayumu.
Oh my god, that was so crazy, bro.
I know, right? It will be an ultimate and then it will be an ultimate and it will be an angel. Why wouldn't you want that? You will have so many angels on your field. It will be nice. You will finally have the 72 angels on your field.
You finally have 7 angels to do 7 heaven.
Exactly. It's not like I can't. Oh fuck no! Now that I realize, now my field is never like 7 angels. Now if I can win, like my final field will probably be Gigoto, 1 Ishtar, 3 Isis, fuck, what else? Yeah, but that's probably it. So like one single Ishtar and 1 single Gigoto. Think that this deck is about angels and probably Rachmantis that I cannot get rid of.
Yeah, Rachmantis is too good to get rid of.
I know, right? And then it's like sometimes like playing Isis, the awkward thing is like with Rebellion Hedget, it's a little bit harder to play now because it doesn't have protection, and we do have some decks that can discard burst in the meta right now. But like when Hedget is on the field, at least it gives reduction because like every single Isis card has reduction to ultimate symbol. And then you have Rachmantis. Yeah, that's really strong. The burst effect is really strong. And then it goes to your field. And then there's always a weird pause of like, what now? I have enough cores to summon Devariel, but I'll have to sacrifice Rachmantis. It is the fastest decision that I needed to make. I will sacrifice the Rachmantis if I can bring Devariel to level 4, but this was awkward. But I guess you can count Rachmantis kind of like using magic, I guess. Question mark. I mean, you remove 2 attacks. You can remove 2 attacks, 1 spirit, and then you can block once. So I guess it still works really well. And then I think like any contract Isis would work because now there's the awkward thing about like I put Ashanti into my deck. Right? Previously I have Javad in my deck, so it's like, this kind of works. My counter is at 4, my life reduces to 3 or less, so I can use Ashanti from my trash. And then yesterday, I tried to take out Javad from my deck, and then I have Ashante in my trash, and then I was about to activate it, and then I realized my counter is at 1 because I even increased that because I have the past ISIS, and I only have 2 copy in my deck because for some reason we bought like a carton a case together, and we only got 2 ISIS from that case, so it's like, oh, I see. I only have 2 ISIS and 3 Ra that I will never use again because I don't like playing Ra, but yeah. I guess that's my life now. Yeah, so ISIS can be anything, I guess. If it's going to be boring, I don't think it's going to give you another heal one. Even if it does, it's probably going to be something like Hera. So like, you pay 4 once per turn, same name, plus 4 counter, heal 1.
That'll be pretty crazy, but I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like, it's probably going to be really hard to do so, or it's going to be something stupid like, it can only be activated on your turn, or you just pay for, move one of, so same like the future ISIS. So you pay a certain number of course, you pluck one of your life, put it in the Grand Walker Nexus, and then you do something. And probably as a bonus, just to be kind once in a while, if you're oh no, it's not even going to be kind. The contract field is probably going to be like something like count 8 or more. When you activate an effect that reduces your life, a yellow only effect that reduces your life, it is treated as if it is a Grand Walker Nexus, you treat it as it's a Divine Spirit effect. Or if it's from the outside, it also counts as being on your field. That's a handful. But basically, just to let you... just the combo is just if you have 8 counters, and then you have the old ISIS at level 2, you use Ram Deal, you shoot 1. That's it. And then also so that you can use a ground skill to shoot 1, I guess. Then your opponent uses Gardenia Field, and then everything went out of the window. Yellow Mirror is such a bitch to navigate. God damn it. So I remember that one day, like, I went to that anime convention with Amamiya, and then I don't know what deck to land him because I only have yellow decks. And then I gave him like I gave him Aphrodite, and then I was using Isis. Golden Wind. I don't know what happened, but I Golden Wind. What the fuck? But yeah, there's that. Speaking of it, nearing our bedtime, we have Negas Boku after the concert. She's the
Koi deck.
It's super adorable though. And also, if you read the flavor text, it's like Artemis and Karine like watching over her. It's like Artemis going ara-ara.
Oh yeah. She's going ala. Oh my god.
Oh no, we need Artemis to be voiced by Mami Konoto. Karine. Shoganai yatsu no nano desu. Ma, kyou no tokoro wa, boko no ganbari o,
Mitomete
yaranaku mo ne. Yaranaku mo ne desu ka.
しょうがないやつなのです。まあ、今日のところは僕の頑張りを求めてやらなくもね。
ですか。ですか。Yeah.
ですか。
It's quite heartwarming to see their rivalry kind of like resolving. in a satisfying way. Question
Yeah,
mark.
I can actually kind of like imagine like the personality that Kelly have now.
Mm-mm.
I kind of have an image in my head, but then I remember how she actually looks like. So no, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Because like you see like her original like ground style, and then it's like, oh, this doesn't tell me of anything. This is just literally just a cardboard cutout. Yeah, and then I think like the new actor kind of like do a good job of like kind of like, oh yeah, she actually is like in a rivalry with Negasboko to kind of like get the attention of Artemis, and she's kind of like getting the one up here by like actually dancing with Artemis. Like, it's like she's a kid, but like she's a successful kid. Gotta admit that.
Successful kid.
Successful kid. Yeah. Sometimes I forgot that Lucia and Karine actually have grand style as well. Like, oh, that's easy to miss. Because we think of grand style, and of course, the only thing that comes to mind is Sandy and Sackler. And then there's Gayatri Fox, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, she just I still can't get over like her grandstyle being a private bar because she likes to wear that dress at home. So it's like, oh, that's so fucking privileged, but peace.
No, I think it's considered private wears more like because that's like her default clothes when she changed into a human.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, privileged bastard. But yeah. Oh, yeah. So during your end step, if during this turn your 10 party attacks, you can return 3 cores from your trash that is not soul cores to your spirit that has 10 diva.
Why is it the end step? Ugh.
I know, right? I just read the timing now. Like previously, I thought, oh yeah, this is actually quite nice. Like you attack and then you gain 3 cores back, and then now I read the timing and it's like, oh, that's kind of awkward.
And I mean, if it's end step, I think it might be good if you allow the soul core as well. But
Yeah,
it is what it is.
exactly.
And I found it like, why is the cannot stack?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Mm-mm. Mm.
I mean, I suppose it's because it's a level 1 effect, but
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Like,
Mm-mm.
bruh, I
Bro,
guess.
you need. And then like the level 2 effect sounds interesting at the first glance, and then you see like when your life is 2 or lower, and then even if you don't play like the standard, it's just basically like getting your life to 2 or lower in Diva format these days. Basically, is asking for the Rias Riolu player to basically just go get lunch, and they will still win.
I think it's more like just there for you a chance to come back.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's mainly the level 1 effect, which
Yeah.
I suppose is good enough.
Mm-mm.
Especially since it's still a yellow color, so like you'll
Mm-mm.
be using quite a bit of magic as well, stuff like that. Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, I kind of want 3 just because it's adorable. And the next book I think is like these 2 sets. She's just winning with the Nexus, like with the 1040 where she like devours everything. It's like food.
You just want to give her a hat pat.
Yeah, I know, right? She did her best. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Too bad she was not awake to meet Artemis. Psych. Psych.
Like,
Yeah, and then the most recent edition is actually not the spirit. Finally have the true heroine of Battle Spirit Sword Ice joining the game.
I mean, you can still technically consider her a spirit. Like, I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious that like Grand Walkers doesn't necessarily. I mean, obviously they're not necessary, so like they're just like spirits in a different position. You know, so technically she's still a spirit because she's a living being in the spirit world. It's just that in terms of the game, she has a different position.
Yes. I'm trying to process that, but yes.
Let us sink.
Let us sink.
let us sink in.
Let us sink in. Oh yeah. You know what? Like talking about like blocking things out of my mind. Like at first, don't know why I thought her grand skill is a your grand skill is a grand build. That's like at first I was like, huh, you can just freely summon like Ryoba once per turn during your main step. Oh, that's kind of spicy.
I mean, you can definitely do that because, like, especially since like the summon still allows score charge, so you technically actually only paying free. But like, it's limited to 4 because they don't want to do that on your first turn.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason why they put it at 4, I think. But like,
yeah,
it's pretty damn decent actually. Like, cause like, you know, you just kind of pay for, and like, especially with like on stage and show and everything like that, you should be able to reach 5 calls in one turn anyway. You know, because like, I mean, let's say you start from 0, let's start from 4. You know, you pay 4, you summon, you call charge 1 backup, and you need 4 more. So perhaps you summon another spirit, so that's 3 more. I don't know, do like a show up or on stage choice, and then like with the summon effect, summon another brave, and you get 5 calls. So it's like, it's technically not that hard. So like, it's actually pretty good, I think.
Exactly.
I think it's like a must free in the deck basically, especially since like the grand skill is not even hard once per turn. Yeah, it's a soft once per turn. So if you have more copies, then like you can spam more Ryoba. And that also helps the other to call charge, like the other pulling Garfield to call charge as well. Yes, that's her name. Freaking Garfield out of all names.
Garfield. You just remember. Oh my god, why did they have to make me see that? I cannot unsee that now. She's Garfield, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, they romanize it as plain Garfield, but like, I just call her Pulling Garfield.
No. Fuck you, Ayumu. This is oh my god, I don't need this in my life. Fuck, why do you have to make me realize that she's a Garfield? Fuck. My goodness.
And then I had to say, she's like totally my type.
That checks out.
Like, you still remember how last episode I was like telling you about this one member from Ape Mujika that's like wearing mask and everything like that? Bro, she gives me the literal same vibe, like exactly the same vibe. And so like, yeah, now I really want to complete the Ryoba deck. I mean, I kind of have to anyway because I bought the premium box. But yeah,
you're already halfway there. Might as well.
I'm literally yeah,
and we can have more quant bands. Just kidding. And then, I mean, like, even the level 2 effect is like something that you would want anyway. So like, it's just plainly your opponent cannot end the attack step. That is already, and that
I mean the life burn is also really good. So
yeah, and then
because like it means that if you combo with like Starfest Ryoba, you kind of like you slap 2 brace on it, you basically guarantee 5 symbols.
Jesus. Oh my god, that's a scary thought to have. What the fuck? That's actually scary.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
You can do that. Shingi. What do other Shingi brave that we have? wait, no, it's not the no, it's Chingy Chingy the Toto of real. But why am I still remembering that?
You mean Shingu?
Yeah, Shingy. Yeah.
I mean, if it's yellow only, like all of them are like pretty shit.
Sad.
Like the only one that's actually good. Wait, actually, is she producer name? She is, yeah. So so you can actually play what's it called?
Wize? Which
not
one?
Wize. What is Brave called? You know the you know the one with Bokko praying. I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah.
Emma. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wish
the Wishing
Emma.
Emma.
Yeah. Bro, that's actually called charging too.
Oh yeah. Oh, score charging 2 and it gives you a draw. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, and it has a symbol.
Yeah.
So it matches pretty well with like what they're trying to do here. Like the grand field.
It's
Because like
perfect.
it's based on symbols, isn't it? I'm trying to load the screen.
So
Yeah,
no
for each
spirit
symbol
no
on that
shimbori
spirit.
totsumiski.
Yeah.
Basically, it gives you your spirit piercing.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So like you just slap that on Starfest Rayover. And you get that. Yeah, Wish Emma. The Wish Emma is literally the only good one. So like, cause like, especially when you want to play with Starfest Rayover, you can. Oh, and also if you want to play Double Brave, then like the Diva 10th. What's it called? Diva 10th Party Anniversary Object. You know that thing.
Oh yeah.
That's Imagine Brave, so you can't even slap it on Rayover. Well, not for double braving anyway. That's what I mean. Shining Mike is also pretty useless. It's like you slap because if you put it on Starfest Ray, it's literally the only function is the anti bounce. But like because she has solo field, so she already has the anti bounce. Yeah, and then like the rest has no symbols. So
yeah, and then the Princess Tiara is kind of no.
Oh yeah, there is the Princess Tiara. Yeah, that one is useless as well because the Starfest Ray has no removals.
Yeah.
So that one also does nothing. And what's the other one? Penta
no Kigurumi.
No. Oh, Penton Seal Cat. Yeah. Okay, no, cause it's just because I'm filtering only like the yellow only Braves. And so like most of them are for divas, but then like there's this one random card called Penton Seal Cat because it's for the Penton. It's literally the top hat that the Penton was wearing. Yeah. And which obviously is completely useless. Yeah. So, but if we go into Exalted Braves, Exalted Swords, sorry. What's it called? Ken something. So starting with K, I'm just trying to find the family on Japanese wiki. It's like so hard. They kind of order it in like the sound, like the pronunciation system, but then like you have so many families that it's so hard to find. What the hell? Where is it? Where the hell is it? I can't find it. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Which one?
I'm just gonna go to
Describe.
I always cause it's Juriki, not Ken something, of course. Freaking hell, man.
Yeah, because it's just a kanji because it's literally translate to sword blade.
Yeah, and then what do I have to put? Symbol equals or bigger than 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what do we have? We have 32 of them. Well, 2 of them are actually spirits because like they're like the B side of the rebirth sword.
Yes.
I mean the most basic ones Twilight Fantasy are really but it's 5 minus 2, so to be fair, that's pretty expensive if you don't have a discount. What's it called? You know the starflower hairpin.
Yeah.
That one might be really good because like you can easily summon them with just on stage, and it's stackable as well. So you don't even need a summon effect. You know, you just save 2 copies in hand, activate it on stage in the Starfest, and you can slap 2 of them on there. That might actually go back in. Oh, what is this? Sakura. Actually, no. I can't read. Osenka no Ogi. Okay, so it's like they have some weird names. What is it? Sakura Battle Flower Fan. Actually, why am I only looking at Juliet? I'm still thinking about Afriella, I suppose, but like, yeah. But okay, sure. What kind of generic yellow braids do we even have? How many do we even have? Wait, oh, I didn't filter in the brave. That's why I was like, why are all spirits? 108 of them. Gee. You got quite some interesting ones. Oh, you know what would be interesting? What's it called? Wonder Rifle. Palanlaika. Palasolaika. There
Yeah,
we go.
Parasolaika. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the one supposedly from Mad Hatter.
Oh yeah. It's
But
the
you,
one
but
that
you can.
it's the one that helped me win the championship.
Yeah. But like you can summon the cell without paying the cost after you play an Axel. And Leoba has like at least 2 Axel, I think.
Oh yeah.
So that is considerable as well, actually. Yeah. That's interesting. What else do we have? Genesis. Oh, but it's 2 god reduction, so it's actually very expensive. Yeah. Okay, that one's is pretty useless. Yeah, we got a lot of choices here. Gee.
Yeah. We have no shortage of choices for yellow braves.
Yeah, I still think like probably Wish Emma is like one. So I think like the best choices here are like Wish Emma, Twilight Fantasy, Starflower Hairpin, and then what was it called? Palasolaika, yeah. I almost called it Yalanite.
Fair enough. I will have done the same. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then some people are actually because of like the new Afriella card. Some people are thinking about this really random brave that is actually made by who's that guy called? Iwai, you know that guy?
Yeah.
What's his full name? I can't even remember.
Haraishi Iwai. Haraishi Iwai. Yeah, the
I think
comedian
so,
guy.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, comedian guy. Yeah. Because like he made this brave was like thought so
Oh yeah.
so busy that you need the help of a cat sword.
Yes.
What the hell is that name? But
it's a Japanese proverb.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's so hard to translate, bro. But like, yeah, because of Afriella, it becomes 2 minus 1. So like, and then like you got this start the attack step effect of like you can like summon a cost for less spirit card from your hand or trash without paying the cost. So you can just pull back up all the Railbird from the trash and then use that on stage and like show.
Oh my god!
Show up and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so like someone's thinking about using that actually. Yeah. But yeah, like even if I look for generic praise, to be fair, there aren't a lot of good choices. Yeah.
Kono temo
Especially with yeah, there aren't a lot of good choices, to be fair. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you want some really cheap race, there are those that are like 4 minus 3. So like minimum 1 cost. Oh, actually, Longominias might be good as well. Yeah. It just. Oh yeah, actually, with Longominias, you don't even need to double brave. Actually, no, but like Pulley needs you to do double brave. Oh.
Yeah, but then again, it can kind of just.
Oh wait, but actually no. Okay, yeah, no. So you play Longominias still, because that means you don't have to rely on Starfest layover.
Oh yeah.
You just slap two Rongo on the same layover and that's 5 symbols. And each of them raise 1 level as well, so technically you only need to put 1 cone layover.
Let me process that for a while. Also, you don't really need to. You are already set for the defensive section as well, so that's 3 birds with 1 stone, I guess.
Yeah, no, exactly. So like your defense would be just like 3 Cease Glory and 3 kneel downs, and like that's it. You can also play some Axel, so I can summon the Yalanai. No, I'm just kidding.
Parasolaika.
Parasolaika, yeah. It's supposed to be English, but I can't remember the actual word. But yeah, the umbrella. I call it umbrella.
Yes,
this is literally an umbrella.
Yeah, I always call it the umbrella.
Yeah. But yeah, you can play some like Axel defense as well, so you can summon the umbrella.
Oh
quite
yeah,
easily as well.
if you are playing like standard, we'll probably can bring the horse. Chaos Pegasaurus, I mean. The revival Chaos Pegasaurus.
Oh, Chaos Pegasaurus,
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about Andromeda, yeah. Yeah, that one would be good as well. Oh, actually, no, you literally play Andromeda to take back Parasolaika, and then you can summon it without paying. Well, technically paying 2 costs, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, big brain time. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you can do that. That's one thing that one of the first thing that not the first thing. One of the first quote unquote trick life hack that I learned in Battle Spirits when I was like, because like my first deck is Sanu Merlin, right? So I have like a soft spot for Axel decks, and then like Wonderland came out, and then it's like at first I was like still trying to fit in Hanu Merlin until I realized this is just not working. This is a toxic relationship, and I finally take him out of the deck. Sadly, that was a really hard decision, by the way. But yeah, anyway. Oh, actually, you can even do the same with Chaos Pegasaurus. Because it's also returning a yellow only spirit or brave card from the trash. And the current battle. So like if you are attacking with it also kind of works because we have the Starfest Ryoba. If your opponent only has like 2 lives left, and then they were like, yep, I'm going to play, let's say, kneel down. Then you just play Chaos Pegasaurus and the current battle. Dump your soul core, shoot 2. Yep, so about that.
Sorry, I was distracted so hard. Sorry.
It is nothing important anyway. I'm just kidding. No, just
I just like spaced out for like 2 minutes. Like what?
To be fair, that was me like half an hour ago. Oh my god. To be fair, it's already quite late. Although arguably, like our last recording is even later. And I mean,
to be fair, there were too many times when you would just yapping and I was just like being completely quiet. So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just saying with the Chaos Pegasaurus, like you can just basically equip. You basically retain something with Chaos Pegasaurus, and then if you're attacking with the Starfest Ryoba, can immediately end the battle and trigger her effect to shoot 2 lives.
Shit, true, yeah. Shit, true, yeah. You can do that.
Yeah. Profit. The only bad thing is it cannot fetch Sis Glory, but yeah, it's already good enough.
No, but it doesn't really work that well as well because like, I mean, if the opponents have 4 lives maybe, but like, actually no, one was thinking, no, you're right. So yeah. Because I was still thinking about comboing with the umbrella, but like now you don't have to do that, of course.
Yeah.
But
it's just like if your opponent's already dying, let's make it faster. Let's get them dying faster. Especially if they can block your Ryoba, it's like no. No. Also, like the longer you are in the flash timing, the higher the chance your Ryoba is going to die. So if your opponent is already at 2 lives and then they were like confidently saying like no flash, or they like want to set up first, so like they play like yep and the attack step blah blah, or like shoot 2 cores from Ryoba but your Ryoba is still alive. It's like yep, I'm not giving you any more chances. Die. Die. Oh my wow, Shinderu.
Nani?
Exactly. So yeah. Yes. I guess that's a lot of things to be looking forward to when the full list is out next week. I'll probably be tracking Toki and cooking stuff so that we finally have something to upload, I guess, question mark.
Lol.
Yeah. Yeah, we still need to.
There can be quite some things to cook, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, of course, there's the Grand Siesta. And then what else?
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time to source where I can get a full playset again.
Yeah.
Which extras we're missing? We're still missing XO2,
Mm-mm.
XO7,
Mm-mm.
and XXO1. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so XO2 is I mean, you know that already because
Mm-mm.
you were reading the Battleless Guide.
Yep.
The 10 diva we translate as Basha dollars. Because it's literally Basha dollars with a dot in the middle. but like I mean, let's be honest, which girl would want to be called a badger? So we call her Basha dollars instead. I mean, that's how the Japanese is actually pronounced anyway. Basha dollars, but it's supposed to be badger, but they don't have the DJ sound, so that's why. And then XO7 was speculating that it's probably going to be Trickster, to be fair.
Oh yeah,
like if
Ryoba
got like a second X-ray, then like Trickster probably will get one as well, yeah. Because
fair.
like also like the previous contracts, like Rias technically got second one. Well, because like her first one is technically Riolu, and then she got herself one as well. Actually, Fonina doesn't get a second X-ray, did she? I don't think.
It's
No.
more like she don't have extras on her first release, and then she got an extra during the Tandiva.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. So she's kind of an exception. I don't know. Actually, no. What was with Fonina? Yeah, it was Rias with Fonina, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Rias and Fonina. Rias got Riolu. Fonina got nothing.
Poor Fonina.
Poor Fonina.
Yeah, but yeah. So like we're speculating that XO7 is probably going to be Trickster.
Fair enough.
And then we're thinking that because actually looking at the list right now, we don't have any space for Twilight Gothic or Shiny Hearts. Because like Shiny Hearts is already done. Like it's literally only 2 cards. Like the rest of Revival, it's only 2 cards, and then like we move on to Basha Dollars. And then Twilight Gothic, we still have 1 more slot, but it's very obviously going to be
Diana.
not Diana, Fandel. You know the witch quartet? I can't remember their names. The green witch quartet. You know the name.
Yeah, Luna Vandil. Luna Vandil. Luna Vandil. Yeah.
Luna Vandil. So like we're actually thinking the double X-ray is gonna be Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's also a little bit abrupt that obviously we got like, especially with like the Magica Akakale Shinsei. It's quite obvious that like they're supporting a little bit more for the sisters. So it's kind of weird if like neither of the sisters get a card in the set.
Exactly.
Yeah, because what was it? Yeah, because it cannot be Noah. Because like obviously the current theme is that like you either get like a new you didn't appear in the last set, so you get like a basic 10 diva version, or you appear in the last set but you didn't get a secret rare, so you get a 10 diva prima version, but Noah got both.
Yes.
So it can't be Noah. So like it's probably gonna be Diana, the 10 diva prima. Actually, wait, no, Diana was on the poster as well, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's on the poster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's what
why.
I'm thinking. Yeah, she's definitely going to be the double X rare then. Yeah. Yeah, because like we don't have other slots for her.
Too bad.
Yeah.
I
mean, unless they pull a plot twist and put Luna Fan there as like the double X rare, but I doubt. Let's be honest.
Nah, I mean, like if I wanted to do like a 180, I'll make Nagasboko a new, like, finally give Nagasboko a grand style. And
that'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that will be fun. Finally give her a grand style and then make her the double extra. But like, she has the only manifest spirit, diva manifest spirit that activates her effect when summoned and not. Well, technically, I think Sackler also activates when summoned, right?
I can't remember, man. Yeah. I don't play Grand Siesta.
I have the Grand Siesta deck in my hand right now, so I'm going to check real quick. So Sandy is when summoned, actually. Fuck. Okay. So that's nothing special. So I'll take that back. So Sandy is when summoned, so that is why she's also kind of okay, because like if you are desperate, you can just summon her, pay 8, 1 reduction, most likely. You draw 2, try to change something, and then you realize you don't have any cards to play your defensive, and then you die.
Lol.
Yeah, Sackler is also when summoned. So basically the 8 costs are can activate their effects when summoned. But yeah, still, if they decide to make Nagasboko the double extra, I will. Fuck, I don't know what to bet on. But yeah, I'll do something nice. I'll say one good thing about Bandai. Fuck it. I'll lick their puts for once. Just one time. But yeah. That's like we don't, yeah, as you say, we don't have spot for Shiny Heart, so yeah, it's probably going to be Diana. I mean, it's Diana, so it's fine. Diana is still in my top 3, so it's fine. Yeah, my top 3 is probably Rabi, Sackler, and then fuck. The third one is always the hardest. Either Diana or Rosemary now.
Nice.
Nice indeed. I like rich girls. I like girls with money. So yeah. Meow. So yeah, as usual, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, feel free to send it to us at our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. Or if you're listening to this on YouTube, of course, feel free to comment below as well. So yeah, I guess that has been everything that we can share for this week. Before Ayumu left me again for another trip, we hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next stream. Bye bye.
Bye.